All right. So the chase begins. We're in Wilmington, North Carolina. Category 3 storm was a major storm. It peaked out at one point in the eastern Atlantic. And I think it was a 2, an upper level 2 when it made landfall. And it tracked east, pretty much east to southwest. It was coming from a northeasterly direction. At that part, it come up and it kind of curved around the end. And right here, I was on the streets with it. We were in the parking garage. It was a level 2. Luckily, they kind of got spared. But you got to be prepared. Follow your evacuation orders. It is very dangerous, very frightening. But this is actually my 4th hurricane. We're on the streets, the power is out, and a lot of times you'll see some first responders out. Always be respectful. I'm a big stickler on ethics. Help out when you can. Get the fuck out of the way when you can. Gotta be on point. Gotta have your eyes peeled. So we're coming down one of the main roads in town. A lot of these buildings, very strong buildings, old historic buildings. Wilmington, beautiful place. And they're dealing with probably sustained winds right now. Whoa! And the gusts. Don't forget the gusts. The gusts, very interesting to me. I've been really thinking about hurricanes. My first hurricane was Hurricane Harvey, which is the most damaging storm, I think, in world history, or America history, possibly world history. Flooding and the oil prices. You remember the gas prices went up.
I mean, hey, back in the days when they were hanging out with old Tony.
Oh, I love it!
For the statues. For the statue, baby.
A lot of these statues inspire me. One of the statues I saw in Harvey, what was that? Town. Go down and look at my videos. I can't think of it right now. But Victoria, Texas. You gotta forgive me, I'm an old man. But Victoria, Texas. But when you're coming through right here, we're actually kind of riding with sort of the eye wall. Possibly up to 95-mile-an-hour winds. Some may have been measured a little more. You're gonna have to go back and look at all those reports. But going out here on these streets, you see these limbs. You're going to have your sustained winds. A lot of times sustained winds are bad. And you're going to have trees that are going to come down. You're going to have power lines come down. All it takes is that one tree branch, that one thing, you're a dead man or woman. Dead woman. You're dead. You're a dead body. So, and also you gotta make sure, like I said, I ain't going to tell you everything because I don't recommend it. I was scared to death and I almost died. You're fixing to see. So I don't advise going down this road. You can't go down the road like this. But you see the wind. I mean, this tree can come down any time. That side of the road is completely blocked off. Nobody out here. Four-way flashers. Safety number 1. Always safety. If you're not about safety, I don't like jackassery.
Fight our way down.
I don't like tomfoolery.
Fight our way down to the docks.
I don't like horseplay.
It used to be you want
to
business, you go down to the
there's
docks.
a place for that, and there's a time for that, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
There's a power line right there.
Gusts are what get you.
See, there's trees, massive trees down all over the streets. Power lines and trees. This is where you gotta have your escape plan. This is where you get caught in a jam. You see that shit? You see that
Look
shit?
at that. What is that? Is that a sign?
I know you get caught in a jam.
Fire? It's a jam.
You get caught in a jam.
Some fucking damage right there. And then this right here, look, when you have a tree bigger than your car going faster than you are down the road, you in some shit. And I pardon my language. I got to work on that. I said, you know, one of my mentors, you know, Dan Pena, I've seen it, man. He's a wild motherfucker. And I got to watch it.
Oh, man.
Look into NLP. NLP.
Flooding it out.
I thought it was bullshit. I thought it was straight
shit.
bullshit.
This place is smashed. Holy
But,
shit.
I mean, it's, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself. Do you see these things up here? Look at the way these lights are swinging. That thing comes off. You're dead. Dead woman. There's a few brave souls. You'll have the people that stand their ground. They're there. You know, they ain't leaving the house. They're riding it out. And you're going to have some.
I don't know.
And every storm's different. Every storm's different. And they're rare, you know. There was about a 10-year period where there were no storms. Not in that area. Not to that caliber. No major.
I'm trying to help these guys out. I don't mind. Hell, I've never driven one of them before. That's where we gotta go. Pure beach.
I'm trying to get to the beach, and that's one thing you definitely don't want to do. Definitely do not want to do. And on Hurricane Nate, I was down in those lowlands, had some contact with law enforcement, and at that point, you know, it was almost kind of like we kind of worked together there, but the man warned me, and you can be arrested. They'll lock you up. You better be careful. And don't be on no bullshit. They'll lock you up.
Power line situation.
Thinking about looting, that's felony. They'll shoot you. And you shouldn't be thinking about looting. And you should be thinking about your country, in my opinion. It's just an opinion of mine. Everybody's different. Because I tell you what, a lot of that activity, I think, comes after the storm, when people are just kind of left behind, or the situation is so bad, the city's literally destroyed. Like the flooding in Harvey. I thought they did a great job. They did a great job with this. I think America, like through Irma, through all these hurricanes, I was very impressed with the Trump presidency and FEMA. Emergency management directors, the governors, what was that, Rick Scott down there, I think in Florida. Some of them down there. They did good. They did good. And I saw it with my own eyes, and I was humbled. And it was scary. It scared the shit out of me. With the fear of God in you. But, by the way, you can go www.stormnavigator.biz. It's open. $650. That's all I'm asking. Got some friends, you know, I can work some package deals for you. Don't forget to go midsouthmedia.net. I'm looking for just a few people. I've had a lot of people want, you know, to learn about me or learn about teaching them.
Damage is extensive.
I offer some coaching sessions.
It's calming down right in the eye.
3 coaching packages available.
Straddling the eye wall, and it has been hell on earth.
See debris like that flying around.
I'm not kidding. There are trees.
Very scary, and we're in this
There are garbage
bands
cans
of the
flying
eye
down
wall.
the street.
This is like a subject for discussion.
As you can see,
Tropical cyclones are just like Dr. Rick Nabbs. You know, there's a lot of these.
we are on storm patrol
Hurricane hunters.
just south of Wilmington.
I think there's a lot to be learned about tropical cyclones. And I mean,
Stuff's completely smashed. I mean, it was hairy.
I mean,
Oh, fuck!
there it is. Look at it. Here's the gust hits. Look at the way that's signed. Now, see if this is as big as a car. I don't know. I had the other view on
Look
the
at
other
that
one. This
damage,
is the
man!
dash
Look at the
cam view.
fucking tree blowing down the road!
Yep. Oh! Yeah. That motherfucker right there.
I mean,
I
holy guacamole! Don't you forget to
It's
pick up
about
weather
the length of a
fucking,
car.
Weathertown gear, man.
don't know. That thing right there
This is
come
highly
right
dangerous.
behind me,
Don't
almost in
advise
the back
people to do it,
windshield,
but like
man. I
said,
mean,
I'm
possibly. I don't know.
Navigator.biz, you
A lot of people are
can ride with me, like
sticklers.
said, we're
Check
starting
out.
at $700. There ain't a lot of these storms.
Check out also.
Gregor,
like I
good
said,
to have you
the
back. I
storm
told you,
track.
buddy, I
I
wasn't
know
gonna
it was
leave you.
2005.
Wasn't gonna leave you stranded.
That's confirmed. 14 years working on it. I've been
I'm trying to
working
get
on
down to
it
the coast.
before that, so I've spent
You
more
see,
than half of my
the
life
coast where the real action is, but you see these roads.
on the weather.
Some of these roads are completely inaccessible. We were literally straddling the eye. I've got to get down there to the coast. But the damage is just so extensive.
Again, the coast is the worst place to be, but it's very hard to access the coast. You know, the evacuations and stuff. A lot of times they
you
may
make
have
one
barriers,
false move, it
sandbags.
costs you your life.
And the main concern, like I said,
I think
you can listen to any of the
water
experts
right
out
there.
there. Storm
Oh,
surge.
Lord Jesus.
Storm surge and the tides are your real bad. The inundation, if you
Look
get
at
down
that.
there, I'm telling you,
That
it had
is bad
some small,
news,
minor
man.
tropical storms
That is really bad,
do
man.
more death
All
and
that, is
destruction
that all underwater?
than major hurricanes. Through threats like mudslides, flooding, and then that storm surge. You know, timing of the storm surge is critical with
Just
your tides.
Like I said, we're getting into the eye, man. We're on the northern periphery, and let me tell you something about these lights. Dangling like that. One of them things hits you, it's over. It is over. You see them? See them swinging like that? They're swinging like nuts. It'll burn you right there.
And I'm going to be frank and candor with y'all.
That will burn you.
You know, I grew up in a different environment.
Basically, we are
A lot of
straddling the eye
times
wall.
some of this talk is it's kind of isolating me
We have no choice but to roll with these
from
gusts.
special places.
These trees come
And
down
there's a
and
lot
kill
of
you.
them that have
Tree
led
fucking
by
comes
example,
down,
and I
you're dead.
see
You're
it.
dead, man.
They ain't the best
Dead
teachers.
woman, whatever.
They will blacklist you. They will.
Well, a lot of people
kick
ain't
you
got
out.
the fucking
They
balls
will
to get out here in the shit.
try to ruin your career, your reputation. Some of
Not a
them,
good idea, you know.
Well, a lot of them, they're just not. They don't like dealing with trash. They don't like dealing with bums. I'm telling you. And I kind of like that. And I look up to a lot of the leaders there. You know, it's not that they try to be assholes. They're
God be
instructors.
with the people.
And they deal with
North
heavy
Carolina and
shit.
South
These
Carolina,
emergency
man.
management folks, the folks who do
Y'all
this shit,
Stay strong.
they
stay
don't. They don't
safe,
fuck around.
And hunker down.
They see
this
some
this
fucked
one's
up
bad.
shit.
This one is real
They
bad.
don't play. I've been out there at night. Murray State Trooper. We're out there playing the outfield in the dead of night. After that EF4 come by, looking,
I am indeed.
there were
Sound.
motors and radiators. Laying out
Structural
there.
damage here.
So there, I am telling you, in the dead of night, you don't see nothing. There's no power. But you walking out in the field off the highway,
Big
when
time
they come across your
damage.
Perryville, cars were crumpled up like beer cans.
I would
You know,
say
you
big
see a
time.
body. And a lot of the reports with those bad ones, they'll suck you plumb out the seatbelt. Suck the motor out. The car is pretty much crushed. But the motor goes pretty much. They'll pull the motor plumb out. You get sucked right out your seatbelt. Now, I heard some really grim details that we're not going to talk about. Very difficult times, but a lot of people don't, they get sucked up. Bodies are mutilated out of the storm. It is no joke.
Or I believe we're in the eye. I believe we are in the eye. We're definitely on the fringe of the eye wall. This is valid as of 6:36. 6:36 Eastern Time. Yeah, we're right there, northern periphery. And I have to head down here.
Real drag, I missed Hurricane Michael.
Because I'm telling you, I'm about
you're
to do
probably not.
something
I don't
wicked.
think I'll live long enough in my natural
You know,
life.
I've always tried to do things that are bold, and a lot of times, you know, I've been condemned.
probably all won't.
You know, you don't always know you're doing
Not in
the right
America.
thing.
I mean, that's a 4.
Sometimes
A lot
you
of
do
times they
something
get
and
up
you
there,
look back
it's
and
really
find
hard,
out
I
what
see,
mistake
to get a
that
4
somebody else
kind
did
of in there.
They get rich.
Because once they come in,
I don't
that
know how
that
that
earth,
ties in, but-
that it just kind of starts ripping. Cuba is, you got your Yucatan Peninsula, a lot of times the ones that'll come up there. This
What
one
we're gonna
formed
do
out
is we're gonna try to
October, they'd come
take
up
you into the eye
at
of
the
the
speed.
hurricane.
But
In the air. Live. I'm not joking. I'm talking about
open eye.
flying
A lot of these ones, they
into
didn't have the open
eye of the storm. Look at this massive flooding here.
That was
Get out of this.
that was old. That was an unreal storm.
Set up shop over here. Somewhere it doesn't appear like we're in a direct threat line. Well, there's just a crack in the window there. What I'm waiting on is the eye for it to calm down a little bit so I can try to take this, what I'm trying to do is, I'm actually trying to do some first of its kind shit. I mean, this is probably, I'm literally probably going to be one of the first people that's ever done this, ever, as far as I know. I mean, this type of technology that we're using, I mean, it wasn't around before when I started. And some of the technology that we're using right now, you see a tree blown down. We're going to try to see it. We're on the southern end of the eye wall. See, and it's rolling south. I've really got to fight south if I got to get it. We got to get to the beach. You see, it's doing a role play. It's doing a fucking roll. You got to get down there because what you don't understand is this is a spiraling band
I'm looking at the radar.
of intense thunderstorms.
You can't see, like I said,
and they will, you know, it's
all
a
the
world of
equipment.
pain.
You know, I got to finance.
And
this
so
shit.
the back
It ain't
end is
fucking
coming
cheap.
back in. We better get
It ain't
on
cheap.
down the road.
You know, I had to
This
save up a
is
while.
why
and you know you go broke.
I love hurricanes.
And I ain't made a dime. Now, arguably, I have made a dime. We're gonna see, but what I was wanting to do, and I've already done this. This is back in the Elvis Presley
5
days.
miles to go, crew. I think we're still plugged in. I hope.
I sent out the application to Google Trekker, and I wanted to work with them
here so I can
on a bulk project that was
gotta move
probably
south. The farther south we go,
it would be up there
better.
with Loon, and
see, there's a fucking power
I
line
was
right there in
really
the road.
wanting to do this.
Burn your
I
ass.
sent out the thing. I haven't heard back.
Very
from them
risky.
yet. I'm
Very
gonna go back and
foolhardy.
look into it and see about getting it. And they'll lend it to you.
One of the main
Some
threats
people-
with those power lines.
They'll lend it to some people, but let me tell
and
you
of course,
what,
flooding.
the equipment
They can get wrapped around your
is
tire.
like millions of dollars, and if you fuck it up, you know, your ass is done, and it's beyond that. I mean, it's a disgrace. I mean, imagine the shame. It's right up there with dropping the flag. I'm gonna try to put this in here and try to break these down. I'm gonna try these new videos.
The iPhone's overheating.
Go
By the way,
down
I gotta
and look.
give a shout
and-
out to the Apple. The iPhone has really performed very well.
Yeah, the iPhone worked very well, but it also fucked up in there. We'll talk about that later. But what I was saying was, go down there. Really a trip.
CPS, got some roof damage here.
So pretty much the way this storm works,
What did it say? 100-mile-an-hour wind.
Cross.
See that?
like I said, it's
Hard to guess. I get off on that.
coming from
Damn,
the
this
south
assessment.
and moving to the north. Southwest. It was a southwest or southeasterly direction. Coming up. And it started to curve. It was trying to go up. If you remember the track, it was wanting to go, and there was a lot of discussion. We have these systems. A lot of those storms, they just skirt right up off the coast. It's like dodging a bullet. They'll miss. And there was some threat that it might hit Washington, D.C. or New York. Like, it is not out of the realm to get one of these 100-year storms. It is not out of the question of reality to get major hurricanes and strong to violent tornadoes in the D.C. area, in the New York City area, those big cities. Up there, they don't talk about it. Look back at Hurricane Ivan. Over 150.
Staring death in the face. It is not comfortable.
That's another topic for another episode.
But, hey.
Those motherfuckers are really insane. They warp your mind. Like, I learn more every day. And I've been doing this, like I said, 14 fucking years. I remember back when I started, I thought the back-sheared animal was storm moving in the opposite direction. High school products.